Okay, so I just finished Count Your Lucky Stars. Love these books, and I'm so sad they're done. That was my first read of February, in which I'm gonna just try and read a bunch of rom-coms. I definitely woke up and then started reading because I was too tired to finish last night. I really liked this book. The epilogue and the little mention of cilantro made me remember how I cried so much in the first book over cilantro. I really liked Margot and Olivia's story. The 15-page sex scene was very Hi Grandma. The 15-page sex scene was very fun. Yeah. I'm too tired to form thoughts, but this book was very good. I'm sad that book series is over. Please write more. I just want more of this series. I love it so much. Yeah, anyways. On to the next thing. You can't end a book like that. Holy shit. I don't even know what to say. I finished Tender is the Flesh. Oh my god. This book was so good. But holy shit, that was dark. Okay, time for bed. Wow, don't know what to say about this one yet. I literally just finished. 30 seconds ago. Oh my god, at first I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but fuck. Wow. Okay, it's been 2 minutes, but I've collected a couple thoughts that I'll say, because I want to try and do more reviewy wrap-ups. Wow, first off, this book was very good. There were some parts where it was just a wall of text for 2 pages, and I wasn't sure if I liked those. But now that I'm done the book, it's oh yeah, no, that, the way it was written was perfect for the type of story it is. If you don't know, in this world, animals become infected with a virus, so people turn to eating other people. I know. It, the world, mind my pun, was very fleshed out. Wow. For such a short book, too, it was only 209 pages. This was fucking fantastic. I would highly suggest this if you're into dark books, because it was fucked. But wow, there were just, every part just made sense for the story. Every scene, sorry, it's 1:30, and I'm tired. But I wanted to finish. Wow. I'm very happy I read this. But, it's so dark, but it's so interesting. Because, yeah, people are, raised like slaughter. There was an entire chapter or scene where it was just the main dude, whose name I keep forgetting, because it's not used that much. He's just giving these 2 people applying for a job a tour of the slaughterhouse where he works. And he takes them to every different section and shows them and us how they kill and prepare humans. And it was very intriguing, which is not a word I would use for that ever, but here I am. So yeah, I also just really love this cover. But wow. And the ending. Holy fuck, the ending. And the parts in the zoo, if you've read it, I loved all of those parts. Especially with the dogs. Yeah. Anyways, I'm now gonna officially go to bed. Get rid of the little headache that's right there. And we'll see you next time. Babes, I finished The Foxhole Court. It's been a few years since I've read this book. Highly unrealistic. It's trash TV you can't look away from, though, so it's very addicting and very fun. This is the dirtiest book I own. You can't really see it, but the covers are weird, and there's glitter on this book. But that's not important to the review. 10 out of 10. Love this series. Would not recommend. You know? It's just, yeah, one of those books. It's about Neil, who's a runaway, who plays a sport called XC. That's basically lacrosse, but more violent or something. I don't know much about lacrosse. But, he ends up running into people from his past, and they're, like, crime... Why is my hand shaking? Okay. They're, like, crime family people. You know, his background... Like, his dad's, like, a crime lord, and he's, like, run into his past. And Neil's so stupid. But it's so fun. It's so addicting. I can't believe it took me this long to reread that series. Yeah, on to the other two. Also, I was supposed to just read rom-coms this month, so let's pretend everything I've read is a rom-com. Okay? Okay. So, I don't know why I look so red. I finished The Raven King. Oh my god, it's bright outside. Sorry. It snowed yesterday, and oh, it's so white. Anyways, I finished The Raven King. 10 out of 10. Love this book. Neil roasting Rico is one of the best pieces of literature ever. Like, wow, he really just said all of that to someone he knows could kill him. An icon, really. I have a couple more days until my trip, so I'm hoping I can finish the next book in time. But yeah. Now I'm just gonna kind of do chores and stuff. I don't know what else to really say about this book, except that, like, the roast is so good. Yeah, anyways, see you with the next book. So this isn't an official review yet, because I still have this much to go. But I'm supposed to leave tomorrow morning to go to LA at, like, 6 in the morning. 7. I meant 7. I have to leave to go to the airport. So I have to, like, sleep tonight, you know? But I'm too excited about my trip, and I am too excited because Neil is getting kidnapped. So I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. So I just thought I'd update you guys, because wow, there's too much excitement going on. Also, I should confirm that I'm trying to finish this book before I leave. So I have to finish it tonight. I gotta, like, go to bed. But I need to finish it. But yeah, I just don't want to bring this book with me because I already have a few and I want room in my suitcase for other stuff to bring back. So hopefully I can finish it. I do have this book on my Kobo, but I would prefer to read it in paperback, you know? So let's see what happens. Hello, I finished The King's Men, and now I'm in LA. I don't have the physical book, but I have, I had it on my phone. It's like, oh, jeez. Finished it there. I liked it. I understood a lot more this time around than when I first read the series. I also think the ending was more satisfactory with how, spoiler alert, Rico died and everything. Before this reread, I always thought, oh, it's not fair that, like, Kevin or Neil didn't get to kill him. But I think it was a lot more satisfactory now that I understood more of the inner workings of the mafias. Because I have more brain cells now than I did before. One thing, this is gonna be a really controversial opinion. I don't think Neil should have been demisexual, because every time he talks about past attractions, he's like, I glanced at a girl out of the corner of my eye for 3 seconds, and then my mom beat me till I couldn't breathe properly because she didn't want me to risk our lives by liking a girl. And then it would be like, once I kissed this girl and my mom, like, beat me up, and we had to live on the run, so she had to abuse me to stop me from looking at women. And it just feels like maybe he's not demisexual. Maybe he was just abused anytime there was any sort of like attraction going on. And I don't think abuse makes the sexuality, you know? I also feel like with how the book deals with Andrew's abuse, dealing with Neil's abuse, and how it like affects his sexuality and what he understands with himself, would have been really cool to see. But instead, the author, Nora, was like, he's demisexual, that's why he doesn't want to bang Andrew right away. And it's like, or you literally wrote him being abused, and that just makes more sense. But okay, like, that's my one thing, is I wish it had been his trauma that he has to deal with from his mom beating him up every time a girl breathed near him. But yeah, on to the next book. I have to finish my book club book for the book buddies. I'm on page 11. It is currently February 24th. I have to finish it before the end of February. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but we won't be able to film our review until later, so. But yeah. Anyways, so hopefully that's the next book you see. If not, I don't know what I got for you. Anyways, bye for now. Hello, I have finished my final book of the month. I'm actually in March right now, having a chance to film this. I read Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany, insert middle letter, Jackson, I think. It was an ebook, so I can't look. And I forgot to do that before filming this, so my apologies. But I've been wanting to read that book for a while. Remembered Libby exists, looked it up, found it, and read it, as one does. It was okay. Definitely not what I was expecting. There was a lot of confusion. So there's like 3 timelines in that story. There's before, and after. And so before was before Monday went missing. Spoiler alert, Monday's missing. The before is, I guess, before they find out what happened to her. And then after is after they found out. But this is going to be a lot of spoilers. Our main character, Claudia, I think that was her name. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm tired. In the after, has memory issues. So you're basically reading her not knowing what happened to Monday, even though she's supposed to, but you don't know she's supposed to know. So it's like you're just reading the before again, basically. Like, she has the same, oh, I don't know where Monday is, but it makes you hate every character around her, because she'll go to her parents and be like, oh my god, like, Monday's still missing, you know, she's been missing for a while and no one knows where she is. And her parents are like, we'll go to her house and talk to her mom if you join the church group. Oh, we'll talk to, like, we'll talk to her mom again if you get your grades up. And it's like, are you guys insane? Like, a child is missing, and sorry, my eye is watering a lot. It's like, a child is missing and you're like, get your grades up first. So like, I hated her parents. And then you find out the whole time, like, they've already known Monday's dead. They're just not telling their daughter every time she forgets to try and help with her healing. It was kind of like, spoiler alert, we were liars. But it just really, it did not work. It just made me hate everyone, and I was like, why does no one give a fuck? But it's because they already knew she was dead. But like, everyone in her life played along with it, to the point where it just didn't make sense, you know? Like, she goes to find Monday's dad with this dude named Michael, and Michael knows Monday's dead, but he goes and he plays along, and he's all like, oh my god, and even, like, Claudia's like, oh, Monday's dad must have killed her because he was scared that I was here looking for him, and Michael's like, oh my god, that must be it, or whatever. Like, everyone just plays along. It made no sense. It really did not make any sense. So I feel like this story should have just been before the before and before leading up to the after. Don't mix them together, you know? But yeah, that was kind of my biggest thing. That was why I found it so disappointing, because I was so excited for this book. I've been wanting to read it for years. Every time I go to a store, it's not there. So I was very happy, but it just fell very flat. The main character also sometimes felt a lot younger than she was. I guess, like, less like a teenager and more like a youth, like a 10-year-old. But maybe that's just me. Yeah, that's kind of my review of that. I would say it's based off a real case, which I found interesting. Like a real true crime murder. This mom killed 2 of her kids and stuffed them in a freezer. Spoiler alert, that's what happens to Monday. So I did find that aspect interesting, but it just really fell flat. But yeah, so I guess let's go into my wrap up, which I will be filming when I am back home, maybe, or later when I have more time. We'll see. But that's why this is coming out so late, is because I'm in Los Angeles and I don't have much time to film. Yeah, also I didn't finish my book buddies book for the month, so you'll see that in my March wrap up. Anyways, here's my wrap up of this month. Hello, I am now doing my wrap up. As you can probably hear, I'm a bit stuffy, have a cold or something, I don't know. But this video is late because I was in LA, as you will probably see if you have seen my Barnes & Noble haul, which I probably will post after this, so I guess you don't know. Anyways, this is my February wrap up. I read 6 books this month: the Foxhole Court trilogy, Tender is the Flesh, Monday is Not Coming, and Count Your Lucky Stars. It was a pretty strong month. The only book I didn't really care for was Monday's Not Coming, which I talked about in the video. I don't really have much to elaborate on, except that I'm sad I didn't really enjoy that one. And I really think it could have been fixed with just having a before and an after, instead of before the before and then after. Tender is the Flesh was fucking amazing. Oh my god, that book, the ending did confuse me a little, I'll be honest. I don't know what made the character do what he did. So I have been wanting to read some reviews to kind of help myself understand that. But it was so good. The world building, especially for such a short book, was very fleshed out. So yeah, I would suggest that one if you want to get into kind of horror dystopian, I guess it would be. Really loved it. And then the Foxhole Court, All for the Game books, they're fun, you know? Do those books make any sense? No. There's a lot going on. None of it makes sense. None of it, you know, it's just not accurate for, like, anything. You know, there's, like, I think the author made up more than she didn't with, like, how medicine, like, the medication a character is on works, like, all this stuff. Like, everyone's fucking insane in that series. But you know what? it's my trash. I fucking dressed up as Andrew in one of my older videos, which I will put up here or down there, I don't remember. I taped my knives to my arms for him, so yeah. Count Your Lucky Stars. I was very excited for that book. It was because I love the Written in the Stars trilogy. I'm very sad it was over. I think it was my least favorite of the trilogy. The books kind of went in their order. So the first book is my favorite, second book is my second, and third is my third. Not to say they get worse, I just didn't quite care for these couples as much as I did the couple in the first book. And yeah, that's kind of all I have to say for this month. Hopefully I will get more videos to you soon. I hope if you've read any of these books, let me know what you think about them. Yeah, I did not complete my book club book for February within February, so you'll see a little bit about that in my March wrap-up, but the book was Payback's a Witch, and my review for that on that channel won't be up until probably the very end of March, maybe very start of April, because I got sick, so me and my partner who films the video with me, we didn't want to meet up because I didn't want to risk her getting sick, since she has a big girl job where she interacts with people. I work from home, you know, so we just haven't been able to get together, but, you know, it's not COVID, and I am better, besides a bit of a stuffy nose, so we're probably going to be meeting up in a week. A week? I think it's a week. I don't know. It's like almost midnight right now. I just wanted to get this out for you guys. Anyways, that is my February wrap-up. I did not read as many romance books as I wanted, but as a mood reader, when a feeling calls, you gotta entertain it. So that's what I did. Okay, bye.